All right, so what's going on, everyone? My name is Dahmari Taplin. I am the founder and CEO of Ziga Incorporated. It's Ziga Inc. And the purpose of this video is to help Justin find a business partner by letting our network know exactly what he's looking for. So, Justin, before we get started, could you just please give us your 1 minute pitch about your business and what you're trying to do?
Yeah, absolutely. So my business is for Jack's Technology. Currently, right now, we're developing a game. So the game is Dragon Odyssey. But the reason why we're not for Jack's development or for Jack's gaming is because we are focusing primarily on technology. So once we're developing a really game to surround our technology around, I after Dragon Odyssey is kind of getting to where I would like it, I would like to go into AR developments and augmented reality or mixed reality.
So reality stuff. Okay. So, why exactly are you looking for a business partner?
So I created the 1.0 version of Dragon Odyssey. And so, in order to get to the second step of where I need to go, there's some holes in my organization in doing that. So, there's a lot of help that I need. So, that's kind of, I need to fill in the hole with an individual.
Okay, okay. Good, good. So, what position are you looking for your business partner to take over?
So I'm not really tied down to positions or like titles, but anything that I could find that would best suit this would be kind of almost like a CCO,
Mm.
somebody who can handle the front end of the technology and just kind of just in advance and kind of champion that area.
Okay, good. So, when are you looking to bring this person to your team?
So I think I would like to bring this person in probably by the end of March.
End of March. Okay. So, does this person need to live or in a certain specific location, like in the U.S. or a city or state or anything?
Yeah, so probably US specific or maybe just anything in the like this probably like in the Americas, north or south would be fine. Just already it's hard to get with people who are outside of my current time zone.
Right, right.
So I think just anything closer to the central time zone would just all be a lot easier.
Okay, well, that's good. So, does gender or ethnicity does that matter to you at all?
No, absolutely. It doesn't matter. And it's just one of those things. Like if we can connect and if we can work together and align ourselves under one vision, I think that's fine. Even also like personality wise, all of that. If somebody who's different from me, is willing to jump on and has a different personality, that's something I'm okay with because I just want them to be able to challenge me and to think from a different perspective and not have everybody around me who thinks the same as well.
Right, right. As long as they can see your vision, right?
Right.
Okay. So, what about the skills? What skills do you expect from them?
Skill wise, probably to do the things that I can't do. So for anybody who has like a really good, like a grasp on UI or UX design, anybody who can probably, um, maybe if they have an understanding of like maybe AR, VR, XR, MR, they don't have to be good at it because I feel like I myself am still learning at it. But if they're proficient, if they're knowledgeable of it, 3D printing, they don't necessarily have to have the skills, but for sure, if they're knowledgeable in it, that for sure will help.
Okay. So, what exactly will they be doing when they join you?
Yeah, so when they join me, they're for sure going to be overseeing a lot of the front end development. They're going to be talking to a back end developer who I have, and just for sure, just counseling, guiding the whole front end of it. Just taking care of that look, basically, just kind of what the customer will see. So that's what they're going to be handling and championing.
Okay, good. So, this is an important question. Will the business partner be expected to invest any money, or only thing that's needed is their time and effort?
Yeah, so that's actually a really good question. So I think initially what I would probably say, either or, if they would like to work their time into it, we could just talk about like, hey, this is if you want to evaluate your hourly rate as this much, we can say, hey, if you put X amount of hours into the project, that will be equivalent to what has already been put in. Um, and if we both can agree on that, that's fine. If they're like, oh hey, I want to give this much and just kind of put my portion in it, I'm okay with that as well.
Okay, that's good. So, what about education? Do you require them to have like associate's degree, bachelor's, or does it anything? Does it matter?
That's actually a really good question. I myself have a 4-year degree, and I am not doing anything close to that 4-year degree.
Mhm.
And so, if somebody said, "Hey, I don't have a 4-year degree, but I do have experience," and if they can say, "Oh, hey, I have like maybe 4 years or 5 years or 10 years of experience in this department," and even something that fits into what I'm looking for,
Mm.
I think experience most definitely speaks a lot louder than, not always, but like I said, like probably like in a 4-year degree institution.
Okay, so basically, experience overrides education.
Correct.
Okay, so what about experience? Do you expect them to have like 2 years experience, 1 year, or uh, just
I would for sure like would love to have them have maybe 3 or more years of experience in a certain area. Now, if they're knowledgeable on coding and all that, that's fine. But if they say, "Oh, I have 10 years of experience," and then you look at the resume and it's like 3 months here and maybe a year here and then maybe a month here, it's
Mhm.
like, well, commitment also seems like there's an issue. So
Right.
I would for sure like to see them like longevity, if they could, finish a project, if they could, commit to something, and then just also if they have experience in this certain area.
Okay, that's great. So I think that's all the questions I have to ask you today. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Um, yeah, I guess kind of probably expound a little bit about just in the fact of just anybody who has the if you could just follow a vision, but also to just not having a fear of challenging somebody,
Mm,
and then also to just having the want and the desire. I know one flaw of mine is that every time when I do something, I'm like, okay, great, we finished it. Let's move on to the next project, and I never failed to celebrate the wins and the victories. So if somebody can just come in and just kind of also just be a counterpart, but also to making sure that we're together, we work together. Um, I think those are just kind of certain personality traits that I'm looking
mm,
for.
mm. Yeah, that's good. So, and of course, you want that person to motivate you, and you motivate them as well, right?
Right.
Okay. So, what about do you have any contact information? How can everyone reach you? Is WhatsApp, Facebook, or how do you want people to reach you?
Yeah, so most definitely, you could reach me at my email. It's aguayodev@gmail.com. So AGUAYO dev at gmail.com. That's my personal email. Also, there's my Facebook. So Justin Aguayo, AGUAYO. And then also Forgex Technology. That's currently the social media that I'm using for a social media platform that I'm using for my business. And then I think here in the next couple of weeks, we'll probably integrate Twitter as well.
Okay, that's great. Well, yeah, I'll be sure to add all of the information to the description. And thank you so much for this interview today. I'm so glad that I finally was able to link up with you after multiple rescheduling. So yeah, so if you haven't already, I think I saw you on there, but just download my app. It's in the mobile app store. It's Ziga Inc. ZIGAINC. Ziga Incorporated. It is there to help you find a business partner, and there'll be a lot of people there just like you. And yeah, thanks for having me today. And yeah, I'll see you soon.